It's October 3rd, and now it's Taco Day. Regular Taco Day. And it's Tuesday, so it's a Taco Tuesday. So that just works out perfectly, doesn't it? I'm heating up in my pan. I'm just getting started right away. There's no specific recipe for this. It's just a bunch of stuff that I like to throw together. Okay, so we're going to start. We're heating up our pan here. We're going to take a pound of chopped ground beef first. We're going to start browning that in our pan. Just get myself a wooden spoon. Okay, we're going to do that first because we're going to use our grease, or our fat from the beef. We're going to take the beef out and we're going to use the fat from that to saute our onions and other vegetables here, okay? I have a bunch of spices, which I'll tell you as I add them later. I don't like to add my spices to my ground beef until after I've drained the fat off. Because what winds up happening if you add all your seasoning now, when you go to drain the fat later, because I'm not going to use all the fat, obviously, to saute my onions, just a little bit will be left in there. But if you put it all in, all your spices in now, when you drain the fat, you're pouring off all the spices. It flavors your meat a little bit, but you'll get a lot more bang for your buck on your spices, a lot more kick, if you add them afterwards. Plus, we're going to add some tomato paste and stuff. We're making our own from scratch. We're not using one of those seasoning packets, okay? Other thing you'll need today, you'll need some cheese. Well, you use whatever you want to use on your tacos today. We're doing cheese, we're doing sour cream, we're going to do, we're doing a secret that, well, it's not really a secret, but when I do go to the fast food, make a run for the border, as they say, there's a specific taco that I like called a cheesy gordita crunch. And the reason why I like it is because it's got this special sauce, which I'm going to have to figure out how to make this special sauce that they use. I don't know what it is, but I'll research it and find it out. But I love the combination. They use both soft and hard tacos. It's a hard taco wrapped in a soft taco. So I kind of do my own version of that. And what I use instead of that sauce, that I don't know what it is I take queso dip, cheesy queso dip. And you take a flour tortilla and you spread it, so hopefully you have some left from yesterday's soft taco day. You take your flour tortilla, you spread some queso dip, and then you sit the hard shell in there, and then you close it up and it stays together like that. So now you got the soft and the hard and the crunch in it. It's my cheat on a cheesy gordita crunch. So we'll definitely have lots of cheese in our tacos today, which we like, okay? And like I said, we'll add tomato and lettuce and all the other stuff. So you do whatever you want, avocado, whatever you want to add to yours, you add to yours. I'm just going to brown this up now that I've been babbling for a couple minutes now. I'm going to brown all this up, and then I'll be back to add all of our spices and stuff, and I'll tell you what those are, okay? When we're going to go saute our onions. Be right back. Okay, so I took my chopped meat out. As you can see, I have a little bit of the fat left in there. I'm going to saute my onions now. Okay, it's just about maybe a half of a small white onion. Okay, diced up, and I'm just going to make sure I get this nice and browned up, okay? So you just kind of toss it in the fat of the hamburger, or the beef, or the whatever you want to call it, the chopped meat, and we'll saute that up, and then we'll start adding the other stuff. So get your onions going first. Okay, and then once you got some nice color on your onions, you're going to take an 8-ounce can of tomato paste, okay? You could use tomato sauce if you wanted to also. But I don't want my meat mixture to be too watery, too runny. I mean, you can put tomato sauce and then just let it kind of cook down a bit, but it's okay either way, okay? Whichever you prefer, whichever you have on hand. We have tomato paste, we're using tomato paste. Now I'm going to add to this, put down my heat a little bit here. I'm going to add my chopped meat back to this, because that'll have some of the fat still in the chopped meat, which will help break up this tomato, okay? And now we're going to add our spices, okay? So we're going to add a tablespoon of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of coriander. We're going to add some salt and pepper. That's the pepper and the salt, okay? And then I grow my own peppers this year. I grew these nice little red peppers. So I seeded one of them and chopped that up and put that in there. I figure that'll give us a little bit of heat in our, and also a jalapeno seeded and diced up as well. Okay, make sure, unless you like it really hot, don't leave those seeds in the ribs in there because, man, you'll get some heat. Okay, so we're just going to mix this all together and let those flavors just cook for a little bit to get everything incorporated. Okay, you could, if you wanted to, you could add a little bit of hot water just to kind of break up the tomato paste if you're using paste, because I can see it's a little thick. But nah, I don't know, maybe just like a quarter cup or something, just to kind of break it up and make it more saucy to let it simmer. All right, so I'll do that, and I'll be right back to, I guess, start putting this thing together. Yeah, that's all we need. We got the rest of our stuff. I gotta just get the rest of my toppings. All right, be right back. Okay, so let's start building this thing. I got a section of my little taco tray from yesterday. If anybody was watching yesterday, you'll remember this tray. This is just the middle section. I'm going to use this to hold my tacos, okay? So you take some warm flour tortillas. This is my version. Okay, you take some queso dip. Some cheesy, spicy queso dip, okay? It's spicy, you can get the mild one, the hot one, whatever you like. You're just going to spread some of your queso dip on there. Then you're going to take some sour cream and you're going to mix that onto the top of that, okay? Because I find when you put the sour cream in the taco and you go to eat it, it runs out, it gets all over the place. It really kind of does it this way. Then you're going to take some warm, hard tortilla shells. You're going to take one, put it in the middle, and then just press this up so that way the cheese and the sour cream acts as a glue and holds it together. See? And now you got extra cheese and sour cream and everything in there. Okay, then take some of your ground beef filling, our homemade taco filling. No sense having to do the powdered mix and whatever. I mean, if you got all these spices in your house, make it from scratch. It's going to be way better. Okay, then what do I like to put next? See, I build mine differently because the stuff I like the most, like the cheese, I find if you put it on the top, it all drops off. I don't know, that's just me. Plus I like it to melt a little bit on my hot ground beef, okay? So then a little bit of lettuce and some tomato. Ta-da! That's my idea of a cheesy gordita crunch, okay? Homemade style. Sits right into my tray, so I can make a bunch of them. There they are, my 4 beautiful tacos. Gordita crunch tacos, and they're falling out all over the place. That's alright. We're just gonna get right in here and grab the first one. Look at that. Look at that beauty. I mean, you just have the awesomeness of the crunch and the soft taco together. Ah. Man, that's a good taco. The filling is great. You get those taco spices from the cumin and everything, so it's a great homemade flavor. The jalapenos and the pepper I added adds a little bit of heat to it without being too much. Plus you're getting a nice little spiciness from the queso dip that's holding this whole thing together. It's extra cheesy, which is great. And then, you know, you got your freshness of your tomato and your lettuce and everything else. You know, we have some of that sauce left over, that jalapeno aioli from yesterday. You know what, I might have to drizzle some of that on one of these. But I had to show you this version first. This is how I make my tacos when I make tacos from now on, because I just like the idea of the extra cheese and that gordita crunch kind of feeling that you get from it. Alrighty, Taco Tuesday, National Taco Day, everybody. Come on. I said this one on day 1. We had National Taco Day coming up. I didn't know it was in October, but get out there and have some tacos today. Make them yourself. Go out and get them fast food, whatever. But you got to have a taco today. This is like the staple of all the days, Taco Day. Alrighty, we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.